channel. Today I thought I'd do a really quick video about a really essential part of my makeup routine. I've only just started getting into eyebrows, which is really slow on the bandwagon, I know. But I thought I'd show you guys what mysterious product has been amazing for me and how you use it, and a bit of a review because it's a bit expensive and you know, I was unsure about spending money. Okay, so the product that I am going to talk about is the Dior Show Brow Styler, and this is £18.50 and it comes in one colour, which is 001 Universal Brown. I bought this because I hate my eyebrows, and I've always hated my eyebrows, and I thought it was a way that you could lift your look, your makeup look, or just lift your everyday look without looking really obvious and having bright red lipstick on or glittery eyeshadow, whatever. It's just something that you can add a little bit of special to your face and yeah, and hopefully feel a little bit better about yourself. I went to my Dior counter and I asked my friend, actually, because she works in the same department store as me, to try this on my eyebrows and see how it looked, because I wasn't sure about spending £18.50 on a pencil. I just wanted to kind of figure it out before I spent the money. And I was so impressed. One, because she's amazing at all things makeup and it looked awesome, and two, because the colour looked really natural, the finish was really natural, and yeah, so I thought I'd share it with you guys because obviously I took the plunge and I bought it. So yeah, essentially it comes in a box, obviously, but it comes as a silver pencil with a twist end. And the different part about this pencil to all other eyebrow pencils is it is so thin. You don't have to sharpen it, and because it's just a twist top, and obviously it's super thin, which allows you to get a really natural line in your lashes, in your brows, making it look really natural. At the end it also has this little lid which you pull out, and you've got a little spoolie for your eyebrows as well, which is really handy, because if you brush out your eyebrows to begin with, you can understand what sort of shape you want to go for, and also if you've gone a little bit heavy on the pencil, brush it through and it's really quite good. So I'm not wearing any now, and I thought I would show you guys a before and how to use it, and then an after shot. So yeah, I have got my mirror because otherwise I was doing it blind, which would be quite interesting, but I'm not sure it will go down very well. The first step, what I do is use the spoolie and just brush through my eyebrows quite forcefully, just to get them all going the right way and to get a sort of shape that's as neat as they're going to get naturally. I have really long, sort of unruly eyebrows, so I have to be really careful as far as, you know, make sure they're all going the right way. I personally have odd eyebrows, so they're never going to look exactly the same, but a good little trick is eyebrows should be sisters, not twins. Because if you make them look exactly the same and your face isn't exactly the same on both sides, then you're going to look a little bit odd. But yeah, next step is to twist up your eyebrow pencil, and twist up the smallest amount ever. Sorry I keep doing this, but you really need, you know, a millimetre, if not less, of pencil to work with. Otherwise, because it's quite a stiff pencil, it will break, and then obviously you're wasting product. So yeah, go for a small amount and then twist up if you need any more. Okay, now my Dior assistant told me to start on the arch of your brow, because that's where you want want it to be the most dark, because that's where it would be the thickest if you had really thick natural eyebrows. Beautiful eyebrows anyway. So I'm going to take my brush and start right here on the top arch of my brow. So I'm going to press quite hard and just draw in that space, because I naturally, typically, have a gap where it should be the darkest part of my arch. So yeah, I'm going to fill that in. I don't know if you can see any difference, but I definitely can, and I think it adds a little bit more of a put together look to my overall face. So yeah, I'm going to work from there and do small strokes into the end of my eyebrow, just to make sure it all tapers off into the right way. I mean, I go quite low here as far as hair is concerned, so I've got to make sure that I go really dark and then fade off, not just have really dark and then a few wispy hairs at the end. Make sure that you create a line, but don't go too over the top and make it too much of a drawn on line, because they're not going to look natural. From there, I then work backwards towards the eyebrow that is the closest towards my nose. So I'm just going to fill in the gaps there until I get to about here. So until I get to the last quarter of my eyebrow before I get to my nose. And so now I filled in my eyebrow up to about here. You then have to be quite careful because you don't want a block eyebrow all the way across. Again, because you're not going to look natural and it's not going to look particularly pretty. So you take the brush and you go even shorter, even lighter strokes than you've been doing around the rest of your eyebrow, around here, just to fill it in slightly, but you do want a little bit more of a wispy look around here than you do over here. I concentrate mainly on my top line, so make sure it draws on in a more continual line to the rest of my eyebrow. And then the rest, I generally just do a little bit of a brush over, connecting the really wispy lashes. But apart from that, that's about it really. And then I'll do the other side. Right then, so I'm done. And I forgot to say, this brow pencil only comes in the one colour, which is universal brown. As you can see, it goes quite dark, and it also can be used on lighter hairs, as long as it's just used a little bit of a lighter hand. So it's really universal, and it can be used with anybody, as long as you're just willing to have a little bit of a practice before you go out into daylight. The best tip I can say is just do really small strokes and build it up. Leave yourself a few minutes to, do your eyebrows in the morning and then learn and see what you can do. And if you can get faster, then that's brilliant. But if not, then at least you'll walk out with nice looking brows. I've nearly finished mine. They're just slightly a little bit too dark and a little bit too neat for my personal taste. So I'm going to take the spoolie one more time. And I'm just going to run that through my eyebrows. And it will just brush some of the excess pencil off. And just move around the hairs a little bit more to make them look a little bit more natural. And there we go, that's my finished look. I hope you enjoyed and I hope I was helpful. If you've got any questions or queries, please let me know. My overall review of the product is that it's amazing. It's expensive, but it looks really nice in a makeup bag, and it's really good at what it does. And having a really small pencil nib is so much easier for me as sort of a makeup, not professional, but I know a little bit of what I'm doing, but not completely. It's so much easier to get a natural look than using a thick pencil end and just trying to get a natural look rather than just looking like you're drawing them straight on. But anyway, that's my personal feel. I hope this helped, and I'll see you guys soon. Lots of love. Bye! I thought I'd make a video about a piece of your mama. Right then, and oh dear, I'll start talking.